And it's time for the Gianna Volpe Report, brought to you in part by Maximus Health and Fitness in Riverhead, Village Overhead Door in Southold, Montauk Beverage, Victor Giannini, author of Counselor, International Executive Protection, Crest Winery in Cutchogue, and Michael Evans, author of The Real Matrix, Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Center, and Smith, and sometimes why. So buttons. So she's wearing this really adorable sundress today.
Thank you. My godmother made it. My godmother made this. I want to make a Facebook for her to do so one-of-a-kind clothing.
Does she want to do that? Or are you giving her stuff to do?
No, she's interested.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a phenomenal business for her. And for everyone who gets clothes from her.
And what about your commission? Did you add a commission in for this?
I didn't. I figured
you should do that.
She's my godmother. Maybe she'll, maybe she'll pat me on the head. That's all I need.
Godmother. Pat me on the head, godmother.
I had my godson here yesterday. I took him to the Long Island Aquarium to feed the stingrays. Have you ever done that before, Bruce?
No.
It is so much fun.
No, but years ago, this is a true story. When Barbara Blast was a councilwoman in this town, I used to tease her on the air. Barbara has the most beautiful blue eyes that I've ever seen in my life. She really does. She's a very nice person, but she has these incredible blue eyes.
She's lucky.
And I used to call her Babs with the beautiful blue eyes.
Oh, that's a great nickname.
She took great offense to that because I was diminishing her as an elected official, and I was focusing on the fact that she has these incredible, beautiful blue eyes. So she leaves off, and we get along pretty well. We're actually friendly. And she said, "Have you ever gone into Shark Tank?" No. Why would I do that? I mean, she went in it with I think with Rose Sanders. They did the whole Shark Tank thing, and it was like.
That is the most fun.
And she said, "Well, you should do it." And I thought to myself, no, I would do it with her, but she would even up the score because she would pinch the air hose.
I did that off the coast of Montauk on sea turtle dive charters with Captain Chuck Wade, who's been taking some amazing photographs of sharks this year. And actually, our guest this morning is Greg Metzger of the Long Island Shark Collaboration. Are you still out there this morning, Greg?
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to meet you in the station because we had some. We're out on the water as we speak. So if we get something that really grabs the line, I'm going to have to let you go so we can do the work we're doing. But so far, so good. So
you were telling me that between the hours of 2 and 6, that there's been quite a number of great whites out in Shinnecock. Tell me a little more about the work that the Long Island Shark Collaboration and that OSearch, is that the organization?
Yeah. So we're the Long Island Shark Collaboration. It's not an official corporation or anything like that. It was just easier to come up with a name that included everybody that's part of our team. So we have Southport Natural History Museum. We have the Large Pelagics Research Center. We have Dr. Greg Scomo, who's our scientist. Toby Curtis is our scientist. We have Chris Paparo of Fish Guy Photos. He's our photojournalist and does a lot of writing for us.
Lucky guy.
Yeah, lots of people. Southampton High School. So I wear many hats out here. It's my charter business. Real Science Charters allows us to get out on the water and has the equipment and stuff to catch the sharks. But all these other entities are friends of mine who have we graduated together in college and all went on to do go on to various areas of natural history and science, and so we kept in touch, and we finally were able to sort of put all of our resources together a couple of years ago and form what we're calling the Long Island Shark Collaboration. You get out here and start learning more about the sharks that are found in our nearshore waters, particularly these little great white sharks and thresher sharks are the two shark species that our group is most interested in trying to learn.
So you said now Greg is marine science and aquaculture teacher at Southampton High School for the last 14 years now. it says that you built one of the most state-of-the-art marine labs found in a public high school across the country. So that's phenomenal. Now, I think it's funny that you said little great whites. I have always wanted to ask someone this question. Someone told me a couple of years back that they had this theory that sharks come in to mate in these waters. Does that theory hold water?
Okay, so, I mean, the real answer is we're not quite sure, and that's why we're out here trying to answer some of those questions. What we believe is that the animals are not actually coming here to mate, so it's not like we're finding large congregations of adult male and female white sharks here. We do see, we see them up off Massachusetts. What we're really finding here are the young of the year and juveniles. So juvenile white shark might be something, in a few 100-pound class, so up to 400, 500, 600 pounds. The one that we tagged last year, and the one that we're most commonly seeing caught by recreational fishermen and hearing commercial fishermen catching are more like around 100 pounds. So between 60 and 120 pounds.
So are we talking shark preschool or shark high school? How old are these guys?
What's that? How old?
I said, are we talking shark preschool or shark high school?
Yeah, more like preschool. The white sharks, the white shark that we caught last year still had what's called an umbilical scar. It's basically like their belly button, and that's pretty indicative of a shark that's less than a year old.
Huh.
So the one that we caught was probably about 60 pounds. So when exactly it was born, where exactly it was born, we're still not sure. But we know that within its first year, it was found. We caught it here on Long Island and tagged it. So it was pretty exciting, and because of that work and some of the other work that the O-Search organization has done, they're on their 25th expedition right now. I'm sitting here looking at the large O-Search vessel from my boat. And so some of the adult white shark work that they did a couple of years ago, and combined with the white shark work that we've done, they chose they chose Long Island as their place for the 25th expedition that they're on right now to help us with their resources and boat and expertise to try and catch and tag more of these little white sharks and fresher sharks. We're also another organization that O-Search is helping is the Wildlife Conservation Society. They're interested in blue sharks and mako sharks. So those are the four species that we're primarily looking to get tagged in between the two organizations.
Blues are cool. I understand you guys caught a dusky this morning?
Yeah, so we were out. We did have some information that there was a larger number of these little white sharks being caught in the early morning, which is why we were up at 1 o'clock this morning and had lines in the water at about 3:30. And we didn't catch a white shark today yet, but we did catch a small dusky shark, which is also a species of interest. From talking to some of the other scientists, dusky sharks are one of the most common sharks back in the 80s, and they were overfished, and so we're not really seeing too many adults here on Long Island, but we are seeing an increased number in these little ones. Again, young of the year, you can see the umbilical scar on them. So we're pretty excited that the dusky shark that we caught yesterday. We caught one. What did we catch that? The first day of the expedition, not the first day. A couple of days ago, we caught a small dusky shark, and we put an acoustic tag in it. And now this one that we caught this morning, we put a second acoustic tag in. And as far as we know, those are the first dusky sharks, young of the year dusky sharks, with an electronic tag put in it. So we're pretty excited. That's the one.
Right. So young of the year. How long does the umbilical scar stay on a shark? How young are these guys?
Yeah, they're young of the year is just what it says. So it's a shark that's less than 12 months old.
So this is, mating ground theory now moving to birthing ground theory.
Mating area. I don't know that the sharks are actually mating here.
Right.
But I think it's more of a pupping area.
Right.
Or a nursery ground would be a better probably term.
That is fascinating.
Yeah. So we think that I don't know how many of the sharks, these are all the questions that we're out here trying to answer. And by putting tags on these animals and being able to track and see where they go once they leave here, and getting out here as much as we can and catching them, getting a sense of when they come, if we can compile our juvenile or young of the year work with the adult work that's being done by other scientists in other areas, we can start to really kind of put together a picture of the life history of these animals.
Let me ask you this. You don't normally hear about sharks off Long Island or nearby to Long Island. What is that? Because we hear a lot about water quality, and what does that say about the water quality, or doesn't it say anything about the water quality?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. Sharks are at the top of the food chain. So if you have to have a healthy ecosystem, in order to have the top predators. So the fact that we're seeing larger numbers of individual species like the white sharks, and we're starting to see these young of the year and these juveniles here on Long Island. I would think anecdotally that's a really good sign. The nursery, having a nursery area. If it does work out that this is a nursing area for some of these species, it's not all doom and gloom. We don't really have a sense of how many are here. That's another thing that we're trying to work on. There is a number that Mother Nature wants out here to maintain a healthy balance, and where we are, we're not sure, because there hasn't been a lot of work done on Long Island, which is why we're pretty excited to be out here and to be gaining opportunities like this to get the word out as to who we are and what we're doing and how people can help us to try to fill in the huge gaps that we have about the shark population.
And how cool that OSearch chose here for their 25th expedition. I mean, just as a news person, that sort of gets me excited,
Yeah.
Greg, it was such a pleasure.
I was talking to Chris Fisher, and he, just to kind of put it in perspective, Jacques Cousteau, who is probably one of the most famous marine scientists there, they did 25 expeditions. So their OSearch is at 25, and they hadn't been doing it. They have not been doing it as long as the Cousteaus were doing their expedition. So it's really pretty special all the way around. Not only that OSearch is a tremendous organization. They travel literally all over the world helping scientists, and they chose to pick Long Island and to help us specifically with the Wildlife Conservation Society and some of the other scientists that are here to do the work that we're doing.
Well, that is phenomenal. I would definitely like to stay in touch and talk more about this in the future on the show. And good luck with the rest of your morning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being. And when we come back from the break, we will speak to artist Kara Hodlin.
Maximus Health and Fitness of Riverhead is 25,000 square feet of everything you need to create a new you. Maximus Health and Fitness, 130 East Main Street, has state-of-the-art exercise equipment, free weights, professional personal trainers, and private workout areas. They're next to the Suffolk Theater in the heart of historic downtown Riverhead. Use their child facilities, tanning stations, a hair salon, and smoothie bar with your membership at Maximus. Your membership also includes a full calendar of fitness classes like cross-training, weight training, boot camp, Zumba, spin, yoga, Pilates, and a lot more. Start a new, healthier lifestyle that you can stick with all year long. Join Maximus Health and Fitness, 130 East Main Street in Riverhead. Call 369-6293. 369-6293. Check their website at maximusriverhead.com or come on in to Maximus Fitness today. Maximus Health and Fitness, being healthy and getting in shape has never been easier.
An overhead door serves a purpose, and it should be as beautiful as the rest of your home or building. For more than 30 years, Village Overhead Doors has been creating and installing beautiful garage doors for contractors and homeowners on the North and South Forks. They also install automatic garage door openers that open with the click of a remote, so there's no getting out of the car in bad weather. For a wide range of styles, from lifetime steel doors to custom-made wood doors, and for all your garage door needs, please call 765 4963 today and find out how your garage door can be a beautiful focal point of your home or building's exterior. Village Overhead Doors of Southold, 765-4963. Make the call and let them add beauty and value to your home or business.
Nothing goes with a day at the beach, playing sports, working in the yard, or just relaxing like a nice cold iced tea, and Montauk BeverageWorks iced teas will quench that thirst on the hottest summer day. Whether it's iced citrus black tea, red berry hibiscus, white tea with peach, or half and half with lemonade, or their lemonade, Montauk BeverageWorks iced teas and lemonade refresh you better than a glass of water down your back on a hot summer day. Montauk Beverage iced teas and lemonade are all natural iced teas made with premium teas. Their sweetened teas use only cane sugar, and there are no artificial flavors or preservatives in their iced teas and lemonade. So get some Montauk BeverageWorks iced teas and lemonades. Let them get a chill in your refrigerator, and then when you're looking for something refreshing and good, open one up and enjoy it. Montauk Beverage iced teas and lemonades are available at all 4 Blue Duck Bakery Cafe locations and at finer stores throughout the East End. Every villain thinks they're a hero, especially on the East End of Long Island. Timothy Dune is one such man. He's a tortured soul, and you will be able to put down Victor Giannini's new novel, Counselor, as you're reading about him and what could happen to the East End. Roger Rosenblatt of Time magazine called Counselor an important piece of work. Robert WRIV says Counselor is compelling and will linger in your mind. Don't bury your head in the newspaper or in the sand. Read Counselor, Victor Giannini's new novel, available in paperback or on Kindle from Amazon.com or Silverthought.com. Counselor, the story of what once was an idyllic place that's become home to McMansions and private estates and its effect on one person. Counselor by Victor Giannini, available on Amazon.com.